I don't read a ton of reviews. I love being able to push myself in that way with him. These rumors work for me. I'm quite no nonsense. The cute thing about feminism is that it accepts those that seek the benefits of feminism but deny being a feminist too. I can't anymore watch TV news. I feel like my buttons are really pushed. My machinery will feel bad that is hooking up these interviews.
For all film-related interviews, reviews and content, please like and subscribe to Pooja Talwar. You can also follow me on Twitter and on Instagram.
Lovely to meet you, Lajjoji. I must say, for that brief time that you were, you've made quite the impression. I'm sure you've read the reviews. Everyone's just been going gaga over your performance.
Yeah.
But what was it like to actually, we spoke about this, to play a character as you described, who has no agency, is on this path of self-destruction, lovelorn, alcoholic, like a female Devdas. I mean, मैं सब कुछ लुटा सकूंगी मोहब्बत के लिए. वो आपके लिए, just to understand a mindset, was it easy or did you just feel that she's not?
I think for me, the primary greed of playing this character was exactly that I just wanted to make sure that I get to do something that's drastically different from the other stuff that I have done. And in really, I knew what like the character was, and I knew where it would go, like in the first 2 episodes only. So I wanted to make sure that it humanizes the entire experience for whoever's watching the show later on. Also, it sets the right tone, I feel, because I knew, because it's Bhansali, there'll be like a lot of chatter about how everything is so beautiful, and also accusations that this world is very glamorized and all that. So I just wanted that real gut punch of reality to come in, whether it's through addiction or whether it's through humiliation, not having social standing. So yeah, and I don't think a lot of people have seen me or imagined me in this way, playing a slightly lovelorn, hopeless, and helpless character. So I wanted to play that.
But as you said, the reviews are, a lot of people are saying it's too ornate and it's too grand, but in terms of the narrative, not so. What is your take on the divergent reviews? It's really getting like very extreme reviews. Some have loved it, some are like wondering what.
Really? Oh, I don't read a ton of reviews for this reason, because I feel like if they're very positive, it can get to one's head, and if it's not, then it can be really upsetting. Honestly, I think he's true to himself as a maker. That's his vision. Like, there's no comparison between. There have been so many renditions of Devdas, right? There's been the Dilip Kumar Devdas. There was one even before that. Then there's the Anurag Kashyap Devdi. And then there was Sudhir Mishra's Or Devdas, which I was also a part of. Which I'm saying, but he imagines Devdas to be this way. So he makes it that way. So in a sense, it's like quintessential Bollywood, with the big sets and the lots of drama and the punchy dialogues. And so if people were expecting reality from this, then I don't know what to say, because he really does mean what he says in the beginning, that all resemblance to people is coincidental. So I don't get that aspect at all, because he's squarely, his set, his vision, it is what it is.
But also, Lajju reminded me of Meena Kumari in Sahib Bibi Aur Ghulam, a bit. That's how she takes to alcohol, and she's just like hopeless. But then you also have that obsessive streak that we have seen in later narratives as well. But as you said, you wanted to do something diametrically different. But then there are women like that. There are people like that, because everyone is not a coward. Everyone's not a Malika Jan, So Lajju is...
Yeah. You can't have what I also found interesting about this character was that she has no other motivation other than to have a very simple, like, I'm gonna get married and settle down kind of ambition in life. Everyone else is like, they want a piece of the pie, someone wants a property. Literally, those are the things that, and one would read about these things that, okay, Fala Nawab before his passing gave this property to his mistress or his wife, and then after he passed, his wife came and took over the keys, and those are the kind of real squabbles that would happen. But this character really doesn't have any of that. She just wants to literally just wants to have a normal life and be respected and and she thinks she's different from the others. Like, like, my love is not for sale. I don't know about you, but I'm different from you. I'm a little bit superior than you. Things like that. I love playing into that delusion also.
For someone like you worked with Bhansali before, and then you've also done, there is Anurag Kashyap's cinema that you've been part of. What is it like working with Bhansali? I know he is a hard taskmaster, he's a perfectionist, but for you as an actor, what does he bring out in you as a director?
I think you can see what he brings out in me. What also is fun for me to do is to explore the character with him. He gives so much time, so much breathing space. He understands that this is a matter of the heart, and it needs to be told at a certain pace. He understands that actors are creative people, sensitive people, and I love being able to push myself in that way with him. But I don't know if an Anurag Kashyap set allows that purely on account of the number of scenes you need to sort of capture in a day. Here we are working on one scene for one whole day or maybe two. So, so like there's a lot of time because there are other elements that he has to take care of. And I just love working with him because I love jamming with him creatively. I think he's good. And he also, like, he senses that if he finds a hungry actor, if he finds someone who's willing to go past the usual and do their best, then he will also push and he will not stop relentlessly till he gets what he wants. And his quest is to create something memorable. He's always worked with interesting actors, even in smaller parts, like whether it's, Sharnas Patel or Jim Sar. These are the actors that he constantly is trying to. Even in our show, the other actors, Sattu and Fattu, Jayati Bhatia and Nivedita Bhargav, they are from NSD. Ustad ji, they're all in perhaps in. I mean, I can't even say they're smaller parts. Probably have more screen time than me, but Saima and all these other actors are really, really good. So I think he enjoys working with newer actors, younger actors, to see where he can challenge them and push them to be good. And that's just, honestly, that's a real pleasure for me.
I've known you since your first film. Let's say from Gangs of Wasseypur to Heeramandi. What is the one thing that you feel has changed in terms of the environment reciprocating towards you and you reciprocating towards it?
Gangs and all, I mean, it was too crowded to really form an opinion on anything. It had like maybe 200 speaking parts, and it was truly like a low budget indie that was ended up looking massive because of some really amazing guerrilla shooting by Rajiv Ravi. But and cult film, we at the time we didn't know it would become a cult film and a thing. But I don't know how I guess now the environment responds to me little differently because they're like, oh, she's a serious actor, so we have to be very serious around her. So I don't mind. These rumors work for me. I'm quite no nonsense, so I don't mind if people are a little bit afraid or a little bit like, oh, is she in the zone? Is she doing method? Should we approach her? That's the only thing I would say that happens on a set. But other than that, I'm almost the same person. Little bit more confident. Yeah.
But I would agree with that because even when I remember for Masan, you were just okay sitting on the couch when I interviewed you, which was actually at the annexie of my office. Even now, I don't see a machinery curating an image for you. You're just there. which I don't see with the
There's
right.
I say my machinery will feel bad that is hooking up these interviews. No, they're
There is
not
no,
curating an image, but they're definitely, see, like I believe in PR also that is intelligent and that can stay true to, the person who you are and keep harping on authenticity and bringing the focus back to work. Richa ate noodles in Bandra is not my fun kind of story. And
no,
it depends on what you want out of life also. If you want those parts where you are like second or third with three heroes or, doing some song and dance and just that, then there's a very different positioning that you take. And there's nothing wrong with it. You just choose what you want. So
and now
yeah.
you're getting a role of a lifetime. To you and Ali, congratulations. Mamma Mia. How is it doing?
It's going well. I am going to go on a forced maternity break myself because I'm my own boss in a few days. And it's been quite interesting to, travel to film festivals and to LA in this condition and also promote this show and travel with it and, do like 40 days worth of promotions in sometimes in different cities and things like that. So yeah, we last met in Delhi. So it's been fun. And as far as the role goes, we'll find out. Yeah.
What is the biggest worry as a mom, soon mom to be? Is there, I know there's excitement, there's anxiety, anticipation, because it's a different ball game. What is like your biggest, what do you feel would be your biggest challenge if I was to ask?
I don't know if this is just my personal biggest challenge, but I think I am very worried about climate change, and my worries are justified. We are in the middle of a heat wave. It's only May, it's just begun. And we forget that, people are out doing manual labor. There's delivery boys in the heat on bikes in traffic. And, every time we chop a tree, a lot of species lose habitat, including things that are essential for human survival, like sparrows and bees.
Yeah.
So I think it'll only make me more militant towards these aspects, wanting to change that. I mean, more than autocracy, which seems to have taken over the world, I think this is one thing that I really care about and I'm willing to make. I think I think that in the next 5 or 10 years, 1 in 4 people is going to quit their job and be like, for 3 months a year, I have to be a climate warrior. That's what I think
Absolutely.
will happen.
Yeah, that, but also
Mm.
it's very interesting in the industry. I see most of the leading actors, and including you yourself, are mothers or soon to be
Mm.
mothers, are
Mm.
giving a very good sign to everyone where you are managing home, hearth, baby, and whatever your personal ambitions. Gone are the days where they thought that ek bari maa ban gayi to she's no longer like desirable for the thing. But recently, an actor made a comment that women should be nurturers. What would you say to that? Because somewhere I got confused on, maybe I don't understand what is feminism, which I think is now has been misused, abused, that word. What is your take? I'm
Mm.
just asking, as a woman in the industry who's going to be a mother, who's a nurturer, who's also doing what she does.
The cute thing about feminism is that it accepts those that seek the benefits of feminism but deny being a feminist too. The reason why someone is able to have a career, uh, choose what they want to wear, work where they want to wear, be independent, have those choices, um, is because of feminism and because of predecessors who decided that women need to be out there working jobs, not just being at home. Um, so I think it's a misguided reaction to a visual of some misinformed bra burning chaos from the late 60s. It's not really a real understanding. And it's kind of cool also to be like, I am not a feminist, but so I feel like everybody goes through this phase where they're like, I'm not one of those militant girls. And I wonder if it's because you want to be accepted more by certain male members or be more entrenched in the patriarchy. Having said that, I don't think that nurturing is just a quality that women have. I've been blessed with a really great partner who is as nurturing, as excited about this, bringing life into the world as I am. He never says she's pregnant. He's always like, oh, we are pregnant. We are going to be doing this. And um, so I feel like you, I don't see a dichotomy. Honestly, even women before us, my mother, your mother, they all worked jobs, they all had children, they all managed. I'm not saying that it was easy, but they didn't make a big deal about the maternity. They didn't, start, I don't know, communities about parenting correctly and all those things. And at the same time, I feel like we should take our cues from nature. Literally, nature is the best teacher. In nature, both genders have their work. If you see a lioness will deliver the cubs somewhere in hiding and coax them to start walking right away and hunt for them and sometimes protect the cubs from the lion. And then the lion, you have to make a passage so slowly the lion moves away from this original, brood where they don't have to inbreed. And that's just how it is. All roles are defined, not as gender roles, but as just as people who are sharing a responsibility of bringing a child into the world. And I don't fully agree with this whole women should be this way and not this way. I'm surprised it was said at all, actually. But then when I look at the current crop of like people who are pontificating on YouTube, I just feel like they all went to the university that is currently being hailed as the best private institute in India. So, yeah, it depends on what you want, what you want your child to be. Do you want your child to grow up and be a namuna and not answer a basic question or read a sentence in any language? Or do you want them to have an informed opinion whereby they need to turn YouTube off and read a book?
I totally get that. And when you said about tigers, I was in Ranthambore, I saw that. A tigress with her cubs. She hunted, she fed them, she wanted to relax. After a year, they're going to find their own path. She'll be on to and carve their own territory. But well
Yeah.
said. And it was lovely. And you spoke about Ali. Both of you are not only partners, but you're also, person as well as professionally. So pushing buttons. I want to ask two questions. When was the time you felt your buttons were pushed, and about your production house, because you've already won acclaim for your debut film?
Yes, I feel very proud of that. I feel like that's something we will always be proud of. It just sets the right tone for our company and also for us as artists and in terms of what we want to put out there in the world. And yeah, we truly are partners. I'm really excited about the other stuff that we are doing as well. Hopefully now the promotions will be over, and in my maternity break, I can look at those scripts and like talk to those creators and figure that stuff out. What was the other question? Sorry.
What was the time when you felt your buttons were being pushed in life?
Oh, all the time. I think once a week. When I watch the news, which I can't anymore watch TV news, I feel like my buttons are really pushed because I feel like we're just being given spoonfuls of like real like BS and told to think in a particular way. And many times, I mean, actually, when all of Bombay is dug up, like it's so funny. People will in I live in Juhu, and like 10-15 days ago, all of Juhu was dug up. And it was like you could get a quinoa and kale sandwich, and you could get like a salad with dried cranberries and avocado smoothie and matcha tea and oat milk. But sadak nahi thi. Everyone was, okay to do a high jump over an open manhole and go and get their kale smoothie, but there was no road. So I'm like, who's the joke on really? So yeah, things like this really get my goat. I suspect
And
it will only get worse once I have a child.
there'll be another richer facet of Richa, we'll see. Like Mother India will be like, but also another interesting thing is about you and Ali is also chicken curry. I mean, yes, at couture that you have
Chicken
found.
curry, yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So, I mean, it's amazing that how film production, sustainable fashion, Indian wheat, promoting it, how does it work? Tum dono ka? Who's actually the brain behind it? Just the
Oh,
idea.
that is definitely Ali. I'm just helping out there because through the lockdown, like Yasmin Saeed and his family basically, they didn't let go of some karigars. Like Yasmin Saeed is already in the garment business, so she's kind of been in touch with handicraftsmen and things like that. So obviously, if there's no orders, if there's a lockdown, the families become hand to mouth. And then you realize over generations that they don't encourage their next of kin, even one child out of, say, three, to continue with this profession. And that's how you lose folk music and instruments and things like that. So, since they had been kept on the payroll for a while, uh, we just thought about giving it a slightly more formal structure where we could take these handwork things and give it out to people, or um, via Instagram or via the internet, and give them a right model, make sure that other people see it, and just give them access basically. So that's where it started. And Ali is quite a fashionista actually. So he's very much into beautiful fabrics, and that Nawabi side of him comes out. So I was like, yeah, let's do this together. So the three of us are doing it. Me much less than Yasmin and Ali, but I think it'll go places, and we've had some orders, and the work is beautiful. Actually, chicken curry is one of the most it's very indigenous to India, unlike what people believe. The idea came, and then it just evolved and became totally Indian.
Absolutely.
So,
yeah. I will not let Mama to be rest, but jate, everyone thinks Ali personifies the Biba Munda. Is he really like the Biba Munda, the perfect boy? I want to hear it from the wife.
yeah, he really is.
So
No, I'm
sweet.
telling you, I really, really lucked out. If it wasn't for him, no one would have been able to tame the shrew, as it were. So he really is he's a true partner. There's never any discussion about uh, work to be done at home. He's as involved in the kitchen and the groceries. We keep an audit. We are always talking to the house help, and we're always on top of things together. And sure, there's certain things that I will lead more, like my cat's well-being, or the plants that I've got, and the gardening that I do. But he will then take care of the other overall stuff, like just running grihasti together is quite fun with him.
Thank you so much. So, in one word, describe Richa as an actor, and Richa, you think would be the mother. In one word.
I think Richa as an actor is a risk taker, and Richa as a mother we'll find out. I swear, like I have no idea.
We are looking forward to that. All the very best. Many congratulations for the show and also for the good news that's coming on the way.
Thank you, Pooja.
Thank you so much. Bye.
If you've liked this interview, please like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram.